You cannot choose me as your wife and not submit to me in the sense of my area of strength. If I'm better at managing money than you, submit to me. Let me manage the family's finances. Because you will ruin us. You will put us into debt.
Most times you celebrate people that you don't even run to where there are issues or your status. You see a lot of people post, oh my God, you're so pretty, happy birthday. And then when you need urgent 2K,
You can't call those
that's not the
people.
person you run to.
Yeah.
The thing is, you find out that those friends that engineer you when it's time to have fun and do all of that, they are not the ones you speak to when there's a big problem.
Everybody needs love, real love, the love of God. Whether you're single, dating, married, or you need some clarity in your relationships, Heart Drops is for you. Join me every week for fresh episodes that will improve your relationships and your society.
Hi guys, welcome to another interesting episode here on Hard Drops with Seals. Yeah. Today's episode is special and you will find out why in a bit. But before I get started, big love and shout out to Spotify. Love you too. Today I have a special guest with me. I know his head is swelling already, but oh my goodness. Oh please. Anyway, I have a guest with me, and today we'll be doing a movie review. And subsequently, we'll be doing more movie reviews. But the whole point of reviewing these movies, we're not reviewing the camera quality or the producer. No, it's just the relationships in the movies. So please reduce your shoulder pads. I know your fave did the movie, but it's just the relationships in the story. No attack on anybody's work. Please, we are good. All right. So I have with me in the studio today K.C. He's my friend and my brother in Christ. That's all I have to say about him. Introduce yourself, K.C.
Hi, everyone. Emphasis on brother in Christ, so I have to stay there.
Let's move on. Today, we want to review this movie, right? I know Casey has a lot to say, but please remember that you're a child of God and all you have to offer is love.
So I can't guarantee you that, but let's go.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get started. Today's movie is Love Notes. This movie is by Diane Russet. I hope I pronounced that. Is it Russet or Russet? Russet. Let's just go with Russet. Diane Russet. And this movie is called Love Notes. And like I said earlier, we'll be reviewing the relationships in this movie. Let us start with what we are here to do.
Let us start.
Maris and Tami. Why? Why? What manner of friendship is that? Why? I'm all for sisterly love. I'm all for women supporting women. I'm all for let's love one another, build one another. But please, let's know what we are doing in life. That friendship, it was a lot. And some people are saying, it's because you've not experienced friendship. I've experienced good friendship. Please, not like that. I mean, at the point where you get married, I honestly believe that your friendship should take a backseat in your marriage. My friend is not more important than the man I chose. That I chose, or nobody forced me into the marriage. I chose this man as my husband, and he's now second to my best friend. Why? No,
I know. That's why I said for lack of words, because I can understand sisterhood.
Yes, I'm all for sisterhood.
True friendship.
Yeah.
But when this character is rubbed on the faces of your respective husbands, I don't know what else to call it. That's why I said
it was. I think it was a lot. And let's start with the first point here, which is secrecy and boundaries. Let's start with secrecy. And keep your friends secret too. Don't be loose mouthed. Don't keep when your friend tells you a secret, keep it. As long as it does not endanger them, please. Because this is one thing I mean, this is the caveat I put in my counseling forms. If you tell me something that is potentially harmful to you or somebody around you, I will tell somebody. And they always put in their somebody trusted contact's number or email address. I will call this person that you want to harm yourself or harm somebody else around you. I will tell this person, and they sign before we even start any session. So keep your friends secret, but not at detriment of their own health. Or why would my friend tell me that they have had an abortion and now they are unable to have children, but your husband does not know? I don't feel comfortable keeping that kind of secret. I'm so sorry. Why doesn't your husband? I would tell him, but I will be on your neck till you tell him. Why doesn't he know that? See, I'm not. The guy was a great guy. We saw that from the beginning, that he was a good guy. He had sense. He loves you. He's okay. He's not perfect, but he's okay. We are getting married to this guy, and you have discussed having children. You didn't tell him you can't have children. Why?
All right. Thank you, Susu. So let me be more direct, because I think you can't even attack the problem if you don't check its foundation. I think basically, because when I was seeing the movie, I had to disagree a lot of times that these people were not sisters, so that I would agree why they couldn't be detached, or why you allow
Yeah,
this friendship
okay,
go far.
okay,
That's why I said let's
okay.
start from the foundation, because I kept telling myself, I'm sure Diane had the mind of just, you should have just called them sisters, so I understand why
But even
this
as
person has. But I'm
sisters,
saying, you want to have a friend, and in all sincerity, deep down that this decision you're about to take makes absolutely no sense. And it's a different thing when I say this act of yours is not right, but because I want to still keep the sister or brokerhood,
no,
I'm keeping quiet.
no.
But I'm telling you at every chance that I get that your husband needs to hear. It's different from hugging you and letting you
And
in, and we are
keeping, and we're
taking,
just
we're
keeping the
giving each other
secrets.
thumbs up that this
No, no,
this
no,
is
no,
going
no.
to the
No,
grave.
that one
They
was
had a
wrong.
slang, chill, it's going to the grave and all of that.
It's
That's
going
like,
to the grave.
yeah, it's going to the grave. And
Okay,
even at
now.
old age, you could see that they still celebrated that as a win. I'm not a fan of that. Secrecy for me, at the detriment
Of my relationship or of my marriage. No, that was too much. Also, let's touch briefly on boundaries. Why are you spending a month away from your husband to be with a friend who has her own husband that can comfort her? Please, Abi, is it that as we progress in marriage, we begin to see differences? I can't leave my husband for 1 month to comfort a friend who is married, who is in her own husband. Like, okay, if you're single, you know what? You move in with us for the month while you go through what you're going through. Bible says, comfort one another. I will comfort you in my home. I will not leave my husband and my children to come and stay with you for a month. As how?
All right, I think on that, you might be surprised, but I think I would blame both husbands at this point, because
I feel like they didn't want to be seen as the bad guys. If my husband says,
finally they were the
don't
bad
go,
guys now.
Actually,
At the end of it,
eventually they were the bad guys. But if my husband says, don't go to this friend's house, I'll be like, babe, my friend now, she needs me. Worst case, he will say, bring the friend here. I've had friends at my house several times. Maybe they need to be away from their homes for a while. Come to my house. My husband is, I'll be, babe, this person is coming. No. How long is she staying? A week, 2 weeks. Okay, no problem. Make her feel comfortable. Simple. Which one is I'll not leave my husband in the house and come and be comforting a friend for a month? That to me shows that you don't respect your husband and you're disregarding his feelings and emotions. Let's even leave sexual feelings down. Companionship. So who will you be gisting with? You're not be doing video call. We are in the same Lagos state. I'm doing video call with my husband. That's how.
Exactly what, like, I was listening to one of your Monday morning, sessions, and then we're talking about things to watch out for at early stages of relationships.
Okay,
and all of
okay.
that. And funny enough, how I went to your comment section, and normal me, I was writing a whole lot, but I was still penning down a couple of things. There are things, let me look at the camera. There are things that you don't overlook
From the dating
from day
stage.
one. I think it's why a lot of people are managing their marriages and all of that. Because the truth is, there's no perfect individual. Even in marriages, till the last minute, there are still things that you keep disturbing your husband to stop. But trust me, those are things you can manage. That it's not a big problem.
Of course.
I'm dating you as a young lady. It's good to know who your close friend is. But there are things I would see while dating you, and I would speak up that I'm not comfortable with them.
Please.
Because from the moment Maris and Tami, Ose came into Tami's life, it was spelled out. Even he met Maris married, so I could understand that Maris's husband was already going through a lot.
No, Tami, that's Tami now.
Sorry, Tami's husband was going through a lot already. But myself coming to marry Maris,
I
already saw the connection.
Maybe you marry your friend.
Most
and
of the
leave
time,
me.
he was told things after they had decided.
Yeah,
they had no say.
That is my own. They will decide.
I was wondering
between each other. They did not go and inform that. That's if they even inform that.
And do you know how to beg for time?
Both husbands found out about their abortions by eavesdropping.
Of course.
Not even eavesdropping. Like they walked into them talking and overhead. Like, why will I have an abortion? Okay, I don't want to keep the child. Babe, this child. See the thing with my eyes that last time. I beg. I don't want to quench. I'm going through a lot. I don't think I can handle this. Why is it my husband if I can't confide in him? If I cannot be vulnerable with him to say, I don't want this pregnancy, can we wait for a few more years while I recover mentally and physically?
Especially when...
Why is it my friend that has all the full information and my husband is hearing from our gist, from the staircase that I've had an abortion? Which kind of life?
Especially when even Tami had a good reason. Your AS, I'm AS.
Yeah.
It was enough reason to have a conversation.
But at least still tell the husband.
That's what I'm saying. You even had a reason.
Tell the husband.
You had a reason to have.
And let's even say, so I don't, well, maybe I didn't hear that part, but I don't know. We don't know why Maris had her own abortion. Maybe just because she was single and she didn't want to have a child with the guy. But At the point where she was going to get married, she should have told this guy, I have had an abortion, I can't have children. If you are very passionate about children, let us explore assisted, what do you call it? Assisted reproductive technology. Let the man know before he gets into the marriage. Don't now offer it as, we've tried for 1 year, there's no baby. How about we try? No. Let him know from the beginning. See, marriage is naked and unashamed. That's how it is in Genesis. They were both naked and unashamed. If I can't be naked with you, why am I with you? If I can't be unashamed with you, I cannot be vulnerable with you, why am I marrying you? Marriage, not dating, not friendship. I cannot confide in you my deepest secrets and my fears. Why are we here? So that marriage, that one I knew was doomed from the beginning.
Of course.
I already knew. Let's say Tami and Kenny's one still had hope because Kenny was really in love with Tami. He was willing to see what he did now. Even after the whole bash incident, he was angry.
He was angry, yeah.
Even I was angry. Let me not even lie, but I mean,
funny enough,
he took it.
I think at the point of even the extramarital affair,
yeah,
I had reasons to be extra angry even in the marriage. Like some things I saw Kenny swallow in the name of love.
You know what? You know why I cannot discredit Kenny? In all honesty, you see, I'm not advocating for cheating. It is a no-no. It is a no-no in marriage. You choose your partner and stay with your partner, right? But in a case where your partner gets carried away, or it is a mistake, it's not a pattern, it's not a habit, it's not indiscipline, it was genuinely a mistake. You can forgive it on the condition that this person goes to therapy, goes for counseling, fixes whatever it is that made you vulnerable enough to go and sleep with another man. Let's deal with it together. Because if it was me too, even though I know you will be angry, but I want you to still extend some grace to me, right? So that one, I can't fault it. That's marriage.
I'm not even faulting Tami.
I mean Kenny now.
I mean, even in the marriage, watch from the first 12 scenes. You could see that for every time Kenny wasn't comfortable with a thing, he tried to bring it up. Tami was always manipulative. Like she wanted a fight.
Any small thing, she would cry. She would shut tantrums.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, he's trying to bring back.
This is another red flag. I posted that video some days ago. Red flags in the relationship. She's already manipulating you from dating stage. She would manipulate you. They go. I don't support women in bad behavior. I love women. Sisterhood for life. I love women passionately. But when you're wrong, you are wrong, and I will call you out. If I'm wrong, call me out. We'll get better. I don't say because she's a woman. No, not that. But now. So please keep secrets, but have boundaries in your relationships. My marriage is above any friendship. Any friendship. Because I mean, why is it a covenant between me and my husband if there's a third party that has more power than the person in the I beg, let's move on. Let's now move on to submission. Submission in the marriage. Neither of them were submitted to their husband's leadership.
Of course.
I would say, so last week's episode was on submission, or maybe 2 weeks ago was on submission. You cannot choose a leader and not follow the leader. It does not make sense. You cannot vote a president and complain about the president. You chose that president. You chose that husband. Stay with him. So you chose the husband, finish, but you will do what is in your mind. As how? Now, it goes both ways because the Bible says be submitted one to another. You cannot choose me as your wife and not submit to me in the sense of my area of strength. If I'm better at managing money than you, submit to me. Let me manage the family's finances. Because you will ruin us. You will put us into debt and destruction. So please, pity me and my children. If I can handle money better, submit to me. Let me handle the finances. You make the money, give me. I will manage it. I'll manage the home. So why would you choose a husband that you will not listen to? You will do what is in your mind. The husband will say one thing, you will go and discuss with your friend. You will not decide and say, actually, this is what is best, and you do that one. No submission. It goes against the ideals and the foundations of marriage. You have a husband, have a wife you cannot submit to. Why?
I think it's 100%. I agree with you.
So from dating stage now, if you're already seeing signs, will you even proceed?
Me, like I said, I feel like both parties, they failed totally when it came to communication.
Because poor.
For instance, I listened to Kenny when the whole idea of the contract and logistics thing came up. Even when he had every reason to be upset, he was still using their conversations, their agreements, because he was like, you said you didn't want to work. For any reason, there's a plan to work. I should have been communicated. Like,
simple.
We should have had a conversation.
I don't want to work before. No, I want to work.
So
simple.
Can you because he was working extra to provide for you to be able to take care of Jaden, their son.
If I'm even going to relax, okay, no problem. Let me know that, okay, I don't have to hustle as hard as.
Exactly.
Talk. Why would you decide what you want to do and you're in a team? So why is it a team if we cannot consult each other? The one that even off me pass was where she did not even tell the husband about carrying her friends. In fact, she didn't ask for permission. How would I want to carry my friend's pregnancy and not inform my husband? I need his permission
So
because this is his body.
Let me tell you my own anger. I came back from work and Jaden is rubbing powder and you tell me to go and boil rice. And that was where I was angry. I was very, very angry. Like he came back from work, you were preparing for your pitch the next day. For a second, he didn't even turn back to look at your husband that got back from work. He asked her where is Jaden, standing in front of you.
I feel like those women married because they just wanted to marry. So that people will not call them witches. They did not act like wives. They did not act like people that were interested in the marriage. They did everything to benefit themselves and not their husbands. Because now, hey, my goodness, I want to carry my friend's pregnancy. Great. She's my friend. I love her. She can't carry a baby. No problem. I can. I will do this for her. But my husband will sign off. He will agree with me before I even tell my friend that, okay, we have decided to carry your baby. Not, I'm thinking I'll just help them. Let me just help them carry the baby. As how? This is his body. I
was even confused at some point, like with the write-up, because
it's like my husband said he wants to become a sperm donor, and I'm not aware. What's up my own sperm?
That one I don't do that. Because it's another different thing.
We can't do that.
I'm going to fall off. Now I was even looking at like considering the whole write-up. Like a lot of things were coming into my head. I'm like, okay, fine. The person who even had the tendency not to be submissive should have been Maris, who from the beginning, the mother even had to pay men. We need to analyze how adults will stand up and come and
4 men
will come and sit down in
to be somebody's husband.
To be somebody's husband. Now, she had the tendency. She had even made it clear that she didn't want to marry. She didn't want to have kids. Maybe because she already knew by then
that she couldn't have kids.
But that was one person that clearly, with the money she had every reason to say misbehave. But we could see that even between herself and her friend, she was even more submissive. Because most of the time, it was what Tami said to her. No, I'm saying if you even check, she tried to give feedback at times.
Yeah, and
she had to even explain
Tami
at times.
Is stubborn. Why?
Tami
so
was
stubborn.
Just telling you.
Anything I want to do, I do.
I'm getting ready to go for my dinner with Maris without your husband. You were told on the phone that your boss was going to, or your investor was going to join the dinner. You didn't even tell him.
Nothing.
You just told him outrightly that you were going.
She just kept doing what like that's why it pained me when she entered problem, and the husband still had to deal with all the results of the problem, because now this man did not respect or carry him along from the beginning. He's still with you in your mess, which is love. I mean, I commend Kenny for that.
Of course.
But Tami did not try.
That's a no.
Let's move on to mental health.
Okay.
This Tami's issue, this dementia she had at her old age, is from small. It don't start. She refused to talk to any therapist, refused to talk about her feelings, refused to process what she was going through, the loss of the baby, the struggling with Jaden, the loss of the abortion, everything, everything. No, she didn't address her mental health issues at all. People that say, I don't like to talk about my problem, you better talk about your problem. So your problem can leave you alone. Talk about your problem. Talk to a professional. Get help. The earlier you get help, the better for you. You are ruining your future relationship by not talking about this current problem.
Of course.
And that is the truth. If Tami had gotten the help that she needed at the time when she needed it, it wouldn't have degenerated to the point where she had to be on pills every day for the rest of her life. She died eventually. It is a lot. Whatever I feel like there were issues that she had been going through before they even introduced her character, in the sense of at the point where she was pregnant and she was sad and talking to her friend, there were issues already in her mind. She was looking like she was carrying a heavy burden already. Maybe she was unhappy in the marriage. Maybe many things were happening that she never spoke up
That's
about.
Maris, right?
Yeah, no, Tami. That's Kenny's wife, Beverly. Just suffering for nothing. Your friend that does not even know the full gist of everything that is happening. Is somehow talk, seek help. Don't talk to somebody who cannot help you. Because I say talking like that, and talk to your friend that does not have any expertise. No, talk to a professional. Because the money you say you don't have money, You are buying other things, so you are buying wig, you are buying clothes. Pay for therapy and get better.
The only thing I can add to mental health is, I think one of the days I had to put on my status, I said, most times you celebrate people that you don't even run to where there are issues on your status. You see a lot of people post, oh my God, you're so pretty, happy birthday. And then when you need urgent 2K,
that's
not the person you run to.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, you find out that those friends that engineer you when it's time to have fun and do all of that, they are not the ones you speak to when there's a big problem. They're not the ones you reach out to. And that's why Tami couldn't, Maris couldn't even say, okay, see a therapist at that time. But you were with her every step of the way. She was making those mistakes. And you were too blind to see that, she's losing her mind. You felt you were enough for her in those times. Which
as what?
obviously
Also
you
a
weren't
human
a
being.
professional as well. So
you get she was already biased.
Good.
Because this is your best friend.
Of course.
You're already biased.
You
You
were
can't
not
tell
even
her the
thinking
truth.
that she was even
Because even
having
when she's
issues.
telling you the truth, you will not listen.
Of course.
So you need a third party who is objective, who can say, yes, you are hurt. I care about your feelings, but the truth is more important. You need to get help. You need to stop this. You need to start this. It is better than sugarcoating and saying my best friend. You won't tell your best friend the truth. Go that big. And then the last point here is just love is not always easy. And I'm going to use Kenya as an example, like we were saying earlier. Love is not always easy. Sometimes, it's not even sometimes, love, real love, will stand through tough times. Because there are things that your partner would go through and you have to go through with them. For example, let's talk about miscarriage or abortion. It's not a woman's business. As a man, as her man, go through it with her, please. And I commend Kenny for that. When he knew, he helped. It's only when they're keeping secrets and you didn't know anything.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't help what you don't know, right? Let's also talk about Ose. Like you were saying earlier, Ose's body was quite hot. Let's address his temperament and his body temperature. Why? What happened? Like I get that you have some. I know that you're not happy about the friendship, but
well, I
calm
think
down, my brother. At that point where you gave her the see when you got that job, and for me that was a call to a new beginning. Me, I'm all for fresh starts. Problems are not always a bad thing. A conflict can just reveal what you need to work on in your relationship, and when you work on it, everybody's happier. At the point where he got that job and he could have moved to start afresh and now find a surrogate mother or something else or adopt was a perfect opportunity for them to rebuild their marriage. But then, like I always say, to rebuild any marriage, to repair any marriage, the two parties have to be willing and ready. He was willing, Maris wasn't willing.
Of course.
Maris chose her friend over her husband.
Well, I feel like
somehow.
I think I'll cut him some slack at the beginning of the relationship.
Yeah,
obviously
no.
because
I feel like he was pushed to the wall too. Let's not lie, because he had endured some things.
the thing is, he found a twin in Kenny, but not exactly.
Yeah,
He also
Kenny
found
was
out
going
that
through the
found out that
trenches.
Kenny was also someone that was tolerant, was taking his time with his wife.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to bring that side of him we got to see later.
Yeah.
And when he also found out that, when Kenny started dropping snippets like "talk to your wife," I don't know if you watched that place. It was like because he didn't know what was going on.
I feel like Kenny just resting. Anything where I see my mind just take him. But also was still fresh. He never really encountered some problems.
Was when Maris came to the car and he was all over the place and like, is there anything you're supposed to tell me and all of that? So I started saying that this is a no nonsense person, but doesn't want to play the bad guy as well. So
he loved his wife,
of course,
but there's a way you would react when you know your partner is keeping such a serious thing away from you. How can you marry a woman who cannot, like, you can't have children? We have moved on. The damage has been done. Let me know.
No.
So what do we do when do we want to have children? Year 2. Okay, so from year 1, what are we doing about that? Are we going to find a donor? Can we still use your eggs? What are we doing? Are we adopting? Just let me know. I guess why he was angry, honestly. And most people would have done worse than that. But I mean,
it's funny knowing that you can actually impregnate a woman, but then you're subjected to not having your own kids from that woman.
Now you're feeling he's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But at the point where, see, too many secrets. And once you start with one lie, you must cover it up with another lie.
Because I was also surprised when he kept making excuses. They will ask and he'll be like, the doctor has said there's nothing wrong with her.
Yeah.
So I was wondering what hospital they were going to at some point to get these findings.
Maybe. So I think the issue was it was Maris's hospital and she was obviously doctoring the reports and all of that. But that's the thing. When you have started with the lie from the beginning, from the dating stage, I can't get pregnant. If you love me, you will stay. We will not find a solution around it. If you don't love me, move on. People know what to marry before. Like she had no reason. That's why she had no reason to lie. It's well. Anyway, so love notes. Let me know your opinions, your thoughts, comments. Maybe you are the ones that are too angry.
No,
maybe to you it's normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. Stop it. It's not normal.
for me, there's no sense in that friendship. I'll just tell anyone that gets to watch this that I think just no boundaries.
Yeah.
True friendship.
And the earlier the better. From the dating stage,
of course.
Love your friends, support them, be there for them, but not at the detriment of your marriage. No, that's too much. This is a covenant. No, don't do that.
Please. I have a question for you. Where was your standout moment in the movie? Was there any point you were having suspense? Because me, I have one.
What's that?
I was literally screaming when Tami's husband told her to pick the call and put it on speaker. I was scared. I thought I was Bash.
That part was interesting.
I was screaming, "Don't pick up, don't pick up."
But even though it revealed that Maris knew what had happened, or she had an idea of what was going on, and she was willing to cover up. From that point, if me, I'm the husband, you can't be friends with her again. I know they will still talk, but it just shows that you don't rate me. Your friend knows what has really happened. Me, I'm finding out months, sometimes even years after. Haba, it's not fair. It was not fair on any of the husbands, and I like the way they portrayed it. It was the husbands who were suffering. Because if it was the women, they would say, women have been suffering all these years. Yeah. Marriage, no, they pay a woman. It's a lie. Some women too are badly behaved.
Oh, please, I need your volume a bit up now.
Shut up your mouth. And they are showing their husbands shaggy. No. I'm a woman. I love women. I support women, but not in bad behavior. If a woman is behaving badly, call her out. It's for her own good. Because the longer she stays in her foolishness, the more thick the foolishness is. Please, help a woman today. Call her out on her bad behavior. Oh, it's not nice. Marriage is marriage. Friendship is friendship. It's not a collabo.
Perfect. Nothing to add.
Nothing to add. Of course. Glory. Thanks for watching today's episode. We love you. And so we'll do more movie reviews, from time to time. Maybe one movie review a month. We can do that. I look forward to the next movie review. Love you.
Bye.
Everybody needs love. Real love. The love of God. Whether you're single, dating, married, or you need some clarity in your relationships, Heart Drops is for you. Join me every week for fresh episodes that will improve your relationships and your society.